Yo, right here in the small box, and let's go ahead and get started. I'm glad that you're there, you know. All right, Jordan Rose of Complex. Shout out to you for sure, bro. I'm trying to be like you one day, bro. Yo, if Complex gives me a job, bro, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna make sure I give it 150%. Understand that? That is a marketing dream right there. Are you crazy? Do interviews, little social media updates. Hold the phone like, what's good, guys? So, yes, we got Jordan Rose. He's going to be interviewing Nas today. Let's go ahead and lock in, all right? So, you do know how I start this, right? So, let's make it happen. Yeah. You, right here in the small box, right here in the small box. Welcome back to Flex Mob Reactions, only on the Flex Mob Network. I'm Flex. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah. We got an interview to get to, all right? Nas on working with Kendrick. Tell me more. Tell me more, okay? If he do the Superbowl and Marvel X Massappeal comic. Let's go ahead and lock in. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. Hit that notification bell so you get notified when I drop my videos or when I'm live like right now. And let's go ahead and lock in and see what our boy Nas got to say.
Are we gonna see a Kendrick Nas collab anytime soon? I feel like the streets also really need that.
Oh man.
Out the gate, huh? Let's go.
What's poppin', y'all? For Complex, I'm Jordan Rose, and today I am joined with one of the greatest artists to ever pick up a mic.
Facts.
Nas is in the building, my brother.
Nas
What's up, bro?
here.
How you feeling?
Oh, good, man. How you?
I cannot complain, man.
Oh, man. They won't believe you anyway.
That's a fact.
Yeah, they won't believe you.
Listen, today we're on the eve of you heading to Comic-Con to speak on a panel about the massappeal Marvel comics. And when I first heard the announcement of it, I won't lie, the first thing I thought of wasn't a line of yours, but a line of J. Cole's off of Let Nas Down. When he said, I used to print out Nas raps and put them up on my wall. My friends thought they was words, but they was pictures I saw. Right? That's how he opens the song. So from your perspective, how do you think rap has helped you take these abstract ideas that you've had and turn them into the reality of this massappeal Marvel comic series?
I don't know. I look at it like, though, I always loved Marvel, and I try to make my own comics as a kid. I talked about that when I first got into the game. Like, all the things that I used to do when I was young, I'm kind of doing them now. It's like all the things I set out to do. And that alone is fun because you can do it when you're grown, and you can do it the way that you want to do it. But just teaming up with Marvel is just next level.
Ain't this man like 50 years old? This looks like a 35-year-old brother. That hairline is intact. Look at the fade on this Nick. God.
Because it's like, you know, really? That's crazy, you know? So it's like a dream come true. Yeah.
Who were some of the real rap superheroes for you growing up?
Oh, man, let's see, man. It was, growing up, it was Melly Mel, Curtis Blow, Busy B, Kane, Rakim, Coogee Rap, KRS, Ice Cube, NWA, Slickrick. Did I say Slickrick?
Nah, you didn't.
I mean, yeah, those are the, forget it.
Those are some legends. Who do you think are some like real rap superheroes of today? Some of whom you just named, I think, are still real rap superheroes today.
They're superheroes forever, but all of us are.
Yeah.
Everybody that gets in that booth and can
That's that PR
do
right
something,
there.
transform in there, like, you know, is a superhero.
And speaking of real rap superheroes, you have a lot of them on this Legend Has It album series.
Yeah.
That's going on right now. Mobb Deep's just came out as of the recording of this.
Yeah.
Classic. Do you have a favorite track off of that project?
Wow. It's too many. I think
I'm just saying.
the whole project just puts you in a place that no one's doing. All of the projects has been doing that. Shout out to Slick Rick and Raekwon and Ghostface. So far, those are the albums out. Emperor's New Clothes, Victory, Supreme Clientele 2, and now here's Mobb Deep, man. So it's just like a celebration and of a time period that a lot of people, like even yourself, wasn't there for. The early 90s, the mid 90s, you know what I'm saying? You look like a super young man, so
I appreciate
you
that.
probably missed some of that. So you kind of get to live it.
My guy, you look younger than him, respectfully. I'm just saying, you look, don't do that. Don't do that knowing that you look younger than this man and this man in his 20s. Don't you do that.
Again, without us trying to go back. It's just very natural. But again, the Mobb Deep album, all right. Gunfire, Easy Bruh. Of course, the record with Georgia Smith, her voice is just takes you there, man. She's an incredible artist.
out
With
Georgia.
HER, her, we also have a record. Her voice, her style is just immaculate. So
Nas and Georgia Smith is a good combination, if I do say so myself.
the whole album is just power packed.
And you know, I think one of the dopest things about this album series and also the comics is the restoring and maintaining of physical media. Speaking of physical media, I have a surprise for you. Our premiere complex issue, Nas.
Yo.
The first complex issue ever.
This is the first complex issue ever, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me see that. So that's the first ever Complex magazine issue, and Nas was on the cover of it. That's crazy. Look at how Complex started, and then to see where it goes today with Complex News. Oh, let me go ahead and fix that. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. We're not going to be let out the loop like that.
And shout out to my man Dominic, the OG. Dominic, the OG. I'm supposed to see him soon, which is really wild that this is even happening, that you showed me this. I was supposed to see him today.
Wow.
Supposed to have a meetup with him today.
Oh, wow.
About some other stuff.
Yeah.
So the fact that you just showed me this physical copy, I ain't see it since it came out. This is wild, bro.
2002. What do you remember about the Nas on this cover? What do you remember about this shoot?
23 years ago?
Let me look. It just gets better with the day and the year.
Yeah.
It was a good time, and you know, I'm just grateful to have been able to take the journey from here to now. I'm happy, man.
Well, I'm glad I was able to show you this because I feel like this was a momentous moment.
Shout out to Dominic. Shout out, man. We're supposed to meet today. It's pushed to next week. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Keeps us young.
Speaking of classic, you were saying, yes, I'm definitely a little bit on the younger side. I had to do some homework in my hip-hop history in general.
Yeah, that's good.
And, you know, I think it's important. Complex, we name it.
I say, yeah, that's good. As you should. As what you're supposed to do. Do your homework. Do your research. Yeah, you're damn right. You'd be surprised if we say that.
Best rapper alive every single year.
Okay.
Since its inception, we went back, obviously, and named the previous years when we started it. You have been named the best rapper. It's essentially like the MVP award each year.
Yeah.
You were named MVP 1994, a handful of years after that. And it's a tradition we do every year. So you are a part of that. I think it's
salute.
You know, obviously this year we are going to be doing it. There's a handful of names in contention. And with a legend like yourself, I'm curious, like a few of the names that we're thinking about, Playboy Cardi, NBA Youngboy are two that, amongst Kendrick, Clips, many others, but I'm curious of your perspective on the newer generation, like the Playboy Cardis, and what you see in them and how they affect the newer cats.
Rockstar shit. I see rockstar. Can I curse?
Of course.
Yeah, I see rockstar shit. I see hip hop have a different variants. You have some of the pioneers that's still here, some of the guys I shouted out. You have the guys from the early 90s, you have the guys from the early 2000s. There's a place for all of us in this world of hip hop and art, so that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of rockstar shit,
Yeah.
when is Nas doing a Super Bowl?
That's some super rock star shit. Nah, I don't want to do. I don't want to say I don't want to do a Super Bowl, but I don't.
Why though?
Why would I do that? Yeah, just leave it to the professionals.
You are the professional of professionals. Nas, what are you talking about? You're Mount Rushmore.
Leave it to the pros, man. I'm a pro at what I do, but you know that thing there, I love it. But I would.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that Super Bowl gonna be called Nasir and Friends. It's gonna be called Nasir and Friends. I'm gonna tell you that right now, bro. Oh, if Nas was to do the Super Bowl, the tracks that we would hear, but that would be a whole other controversial thing again, because to have a rapper of that cloth, and we live in a society where people basically wear plastic. You know, it's not everyone's gonna look at the cloth like, yo, bro, this is like wear and tear. I don't wanna put this on. I don't wanna wear this, bro. Move this aside, bro. That's pretty much how it's gonna go in terms of the audience reacting to the music that Nas will perform. Now, if I Rule the World, and all you see is Miss Lauryn Hill come out, let me tell you something, and she better not be late. Hey, Miss Lauryn Hill, you better not be late if Nasir calls you. Understand me. But let me tell you something. If I Rule the World, oh yeah, it's up. It's up. It's up. You understand me? Everybody gonna know that.
Wouldn't do it. No.
You can't keep that from the world though. That's real hip hop shit on one of the biggest.
Yes, it's the biggest stage. But I want to watch it. I want to watch dope halftime shows, and that's what's been happening lately. So salute to all of them.
Fair.
Yeah.
And recently you spoke to my brother Andre G at Rolling Stone, great journalist, and you called Kendrick a North Star for this newer generation of rap. I think really potent.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see a Kendrick Nas collab anytime soon? I feel like the streets also really need that.
Oh man, you know it's just all about the artist. Like when you get the chance to record and work together, to me it should feel like really natural, and you know that would be great. You know, I'd love to work with him, but I feel like it just has to be smooth the way it connects. You know, because. It gotta be it just gotta be fire. Anything I do with anybody, especially someone like him, I just want to take my time with. So we'll see. Hopefully, you'd be so kind to do a song with your brother. Man. All you MCs out there, man, give me a call, man. Got some verses here and there. You know, sometimes they hit or miss. You know.
What's up, y'all? It's Jordan Rose with Complex. This year, complexcon is turning Vegas into the biggest stage in the game. I'm talking 2 nights, back-to-back, insane headliners, surprise sets, and non-stop music energy. You cannot miss this weekend, and I know you won't, okay? Copy your tickets right now at complexcon.com and get ready for the show. Listen, you just laid a crazy...
Just saying. But, okay, let me tell you this right now. I'm going to let y'all know this is a very standard interview. This is a promotional interview, if I'm going to be completely honest. Usually when it comes to promotional interviews, they're short, and they usually get to the topic at hand at the top of the conversation. So when they're talking about the Marvel X massappeal collaboration, that's the main topic at hand. Everything else is all just filler or fluff. To say like, okay, we interviewed you for this amount of time, you get paid for this amount of time, etc. Standard promotional interview. Now, I want to say this right now. This is why, and I know it's probably gonna be looked at the wrong way if I don't explain it correctly. So I'm just gonna make sure to walk through it. This is why we need the Joe Budden podcast. Artist interviews. Reason being, yes, I know he's messy. I know he's not the greatest source to run to. But same with the Breakfast Club. Breakfast Club is a little messy too. You got Charlemagne and DJ Envy. They always flirting. Okay, no matter which platform that you go to, there's going to be some mess that comes with it. In today's day and age, when it comes to interviews, sit-downs, you gotta go to the popular sources, and with every popular source that's out there, it comes with its own mess. They use the mess as promotion to bring in more audience, bring in a larger audience and overall consumer base. So the reason why I say Joe is because I'm not gonna lie, he never had an artist interview that missed, if that makes sense. Like every artist interview that he has hits. I know he's messy, I know he's controversial, but he knows what he's doing, which is why his podcast is still getting the numbers that it gets. A lot of people like that kind of entertainment. Screwface Jean says himself, he watches every episode. I watch every episode. I'm there for the mess. I'm there for the information. That's what it comes down to. What's good, Anara? How you doing? But to going like more in depth as to why he would be ideal for that podcast is because he knows how to ask the right questions to get the right kind of story out of that individual. If Nas was to be on that platform, you're going to get stories upon stories upon stories with knowledge and information. But you're going to get those stories for sure. I'm telling you right now, you're going to have a nice 2-hour, maybe 3-hour interview with Nas on the Joe Budden podcast one day, maybe hour and a half. But when I say, if he's ever on there, tune in. Y'all about to learn some things you've never heard of before from this man. That's why I like seeing artists go to those platforms, because they're talking about what goes on behind the scenes. The reason why this album flopped is not necessarily their fault. A lot of the times it could be because of the label kind of block and hinder certain things from happening. We've seen that happen with the clips, but you never hear that unless you have them on an interview, right? And which interview was that you heard it on? The Joe Budden podcast. When they had the clips, they had Pusha T and Malice on there. I'm telling you, it's messy, yes, but you're going to get the most information out of them. For sure. So I just had to say that. Like, I like this interview, but I know what kind of interview type this is.
He's doing with the clips.
Oh, thank you, man.
Let God sort them out. How did that one come together?
Man, I think Pusha tells a story where...
Hey, neighbor, I don't disagree that Mark Lamont Hill should leave, but at the same time, he's a good addition. He's a really good addition.
I was upset because I didn't make it. I was working on a lot of the other records, and he called me for a song, and when I heard it, when it came out, it was so crazy to me, this song. So this time around, I'm like, I'm not gonna miss out. And I got the call from our mutual friend, and he's like, yo, they starting to feel like you don't like them. Pusha thinks you don't like him. I'm like, what? Oh, nah, we're not playing that. So it was just perfect timing, man. Salute to Pusha and Malice on that album. Congratulations, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah. And speaking of classic joints, you're working on what I assume will be one with Primo coming very soon, you and DJ Premier.
Yeah.
What's something that you've learned from Premier that you've, throughout your years, that had nothing to do with music that you've kept with you?
Good question.
Wow. What have I learned from Premier? How much 45 course, Premier tried to sell me. Nah, I'm just fucking. When I was young, man, Premier's like, listen, I got it. Nah, I'm just like, Premier, I mean, just really how to stick around in the game. Mm-hmm. Premier's got long years in the game. Mm-hmm. He's in there before me, and he just knew how to keep a sound going and stick to what really is true to you. Mm-hmm. Premier stays Premier. He's one of the only ones that's really been that great and has been consistently giving you his sound, and it brings you to a place of nostalgia, but it also makes you excited to work and try to rap on it. So just consistency. There's so many things, man. I wish I was prepared for that question. But yeah.
So basically what it takes is knowing how to play the game, learning from others, innovation. What did he say again? So from innovation is definitely important, because you gotta continue to create but also at the same time, you got to be consistent. But over all of that, you need to keep your originality. So all of those have to be working in motion, not necessarily at the same time, but definitely keeping it in rotation to continue your dominance over the years. Nas is still here. Nas is still rapping. Nas still got hits. Nas still got projects. Nas is still moving. What I explained, he's working with Marvel. And it's a perfect time because Marvel's in a down period right now. Their movie, their ticket sales low because the projects are subpar. I already explained that a couple reactions back when it comes to taking away the escapism from your Marvel projects and not having good writers, because it's already been confirmed that the Marvel writers, they've confirmed this. Multiple writers have confirmed this. They don't read the source material. So if you're not reading the source material, why are you making the movie? But that's what they want. That's what they're pushing over there. That's a problem. That's why you have issues with your movies. That's why people are not showing up and buying tickets, because y'all are not following the program. Not saying you got to follow it word for word. You can put your own spin, your own mix and everything on it. But if you're not looking at the source material, how are you going to guide this path down the timeline of what Marvel's doing? So I'm not trying to nerd out right now. I'm just saying that a lot of things be going on behind the scenes that's not making it look good. But at the same time, Marvel's down. Hip hop has the opportunity to step into the ring, and that's why you have the collab. That's innovation. You're using the innovation while at the same time using that originality and with the overhead of consistency to say my name still matters. We should work together. And of course, they're going to throw in their own originality, if I haven't said that already, into the project. So it makes sense.
Yeah, he's just a cool, all around cool dude. So taught me how to just be cool too.
Clearly, you are the master of cool, so you did a successful job at that.
Thank you, brother. That's Cool J. Cool J is the master of cool.
True.
I'm trying to learn.
A forever student.
Yes, for sure. No matter what happens with me, I'm always, babe, bruh. And I'm always like studying the greats, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you are great. And speaking of just,
appreciate it.
Of course,
Like
and speaking of sticking around, like you just mentioned, I saw a quote recently that Alchemist said of like how we need to kill the narrative of people talking about, you know, rap is a young man's game.
Facts.
Because you have artists who are older who are putting out great work. You've obviously proven that time and time again with the Kingsdisease trilogy.
Before he answers, one thing about that statement being rap is not a young man's game, or what did he say? Rap is not an old man's game, or whatever. Rap is built for the young, and in that sense, they're built to prey on certain artists that don't educate themselves about what's going on here. They only see a big bag of money and they see a big number on the contract and they sign away, not realizing that you just put yourself into a 360 where you're not even getting the full amount of what you deserve. And now you're going to go cry on social media 3-4 years later talking about why I ain't getting no money. But why did you sign a contract without reading it? Where was your lawyer? They're preying on the people that are not educated. They got talent, but they don't educate themselves about what's going on in the industry. Now they look funny, right? So, from that point, that's how you know, like, rap is built for the young people. But the older generation that's already been in it, that's already experienced, are the ones reaping the rewards because they're paying attention to all the moving parts of what goes on behind the scenes to really shape and show and walk down the path of what their future looks like. That's all it is. It's a statement that's true, but it's true with a twist.
The Magic trilogy. Do you agree with that sentiment? And do you feel like it's being seen more as of late that older artists are able to still compete and still be present, and it shouldn't be considered a young man's game anymore?
Well, I'll get right back to that. I wanted to shout out Denzel Washington.
Oh, talk to me.
Because my man put my lyrics in a movie.
Oh.
In the last movie.
Highs and Lows?
Yes. Directed by Spike Lee. Denzel
Shout out
Washington.
Spike.
I got the call. Yo, Denzel put your lyrics in a song, in a movie. And I'm like, if you had told me that would happen a long time ago, I needed a minute just to take that in. And then when I saw it, I'm like, wow. Wow, and I heard he just did it. Like, he just put that in the movie. So I think rap is timeless. And hip-hop is timeless. Hip-hop is, the first word is hip. So the whole purpose of hip-hop is to remain hip. And it will be more hipper. It will be hipping and hopping longer than most of the genres that kind of are swept under the rug these days. Because hip-hop keeps reinventing itself. It keeps staying current. And even if it's a certain artist that's not doing it no more, like the art form in itself will find a new person to keep pushing it. So you can always come back to it as long as the ideas are fresh and ripe and you're really coming from a place, you know, where you feel is really true to you, and you're trying to find something that could really resonate with people in a song. Being creative is a thing you can't, you know, just turn off. It's just something that's in you that you were born with. So whether the trends change, whether this changes, the creative in you only grows.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, that's why hip-hop is forever.
I just want to speak about that for a second because he's definitely right that hip-hop continues to reinvent itself over all these decades, all these centuries for sure. But the biggest issue with hip-hop is we don't have ownership over it necessarily. Meaning the people that created hip-hop are not reaping the rewards of what hip-hop gives. We get pennies, we get scraps. Shout out to the DSPs for that. Shout out to the techies for that. You know, they've been dominating behind the scenes for all these years. These little the little nerds that Benny the Butcher was recently talking about, even though he doesn't realize that the nerds been running this shit for way longer than the past decade. But anyway, we don't have ownership of the things we make when it comes to entertainment. The entertainment industry, black entertainment, we don't really own it unless we build it, and even if we build it, we cannot get it to where what we built is at, if that makes sense. Basically, the things that we built, that we gave away, does more than the things that we build from the ground up. Say, for example, if you had a building this tall that we've built with our own foundation, we've built it this far. What we gave away is in the stratosphere because they've been cooking with it. They've been creating with it. They've been innovative with it. Meanwhile, when we build up with some new idea that we have that's good, we don't realize that we gave away the foundation. We gave away the foundation to the industry, and we're building without a foundation, is basically what I'm getting to. If we kept our foundation and built upon that, we'd be in the stratosphere. But problem is, we already know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? It's sick and it's twisted and it's wicked, but that's how it is, you know? Welcome to the business world. You need to learn it from the back to the front, from one cover to the other side of the cover. Hard copy. You know what I'm saying? When you read this book, you need to know this book like the back of your hand. And if not, well, look at hip hop today. That's exactly why it's like that, you know?
Ever.
It's forever. Yeah, I believe that. I used to say hip hop is dead. It's kind of dead. But we have to...
Neighbor, DSPs ruin quality because quality is asked for every week, if that makes sense. They continue to ask for quality. It has gotten to the point where that quality has been simplified to quantity. even though you don't have a quality single, if you put this quantity of music together, you would have a good album. But that good album would equal to a single from back in the day.
Think about it in a sense like that, because if you think about it, this year is really incredible. I mean, Kendrick's been on a roll.
Facts.
Clips cooking. Legend has it, massappeal. We outside. And all the younger dudes and the females, all of the females. So it's like hip hop is really alive too. So you have the part that can threaten it. You know, the ignorance, the stuff that's really, it doesn't evolve. It just, or it gets too violent. You know, you got the things that can threaten it, you know, but then you also have everything that's happening this year too. So it's a balance.
It's a balancing act. My last question then, Nas, you know, with a legend like yourself, I'm always curious, what, if you're tapped in with anyone else newer that's coming up, are you listening to any of the newer cats, or is there anyone who's exciting you lately that you've been listening to?
The new artists that are out right now that I think are great is Rome Streets. Lady London is nice.
Yes.
Damn.
There's a kid I gotta put you on to real quick. Chris Patrick out of Jersey. He just rapped over Man on the Garden.
That's a good look, bruh. That's how you know that boy doing his research. That's a good look right there.
Kendrick's beat
Yeah.
on Kai's Not Stream or whatever. But
And did he start like crying?
yes, it's serious.
Look out for him.
Chris Patrick.
Look out for him.
He's
Cosign.
tough.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, that was my last joint.
Yeah.
Nas, thank you so much for taking the time.
This is cool, man. Thank you.
Legend. I actually
Appreciate
tweeted,
it.
not legend, not legend.
It's okay. We can throw that word around.
I'm excited. What can I say,
We can
man?
throw the word around. It's beautiful. We're just grateful to be here, man. Salute to everybody out there. Thank you, Complex.
For sure. For Complex, I'm Jordan Rose. Peace.
That boy excited. Okay. Makes perfect sense. Yes, ma'am. I love it. Like I said, promotional video, short, 16 minutes. So about, with the cuts that I've seen throughout the video, I'd say they had about 20 to 25 minutes of interview, and they made certain cuts to bring it down to this much watch time for the audience. So definitely promotional video. They took care of what they needed to take care at the top of it. Then they got into little questions that would pique the audience's interest to make it an overall good video. And then the vibe was just there. Jordan Rose is a good pick for sure. Shout out to Complex for that pick. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's smart. It's smart. Shout out Speedy too. Speedy's a legend. I ain't gonna hold you, but this new kid, Jordan Rose, nah, that boy good for real. Quality interview. You learned a little bit. I was not expecting the Denzel story. That was good. Learned a little bit from just like from the past, just how to move vaguely. It was vague, but he did like say how to move and everything like that for sure. Nothing bad I want to say about the interview at all, or any like nitpicks. I did all the talking that I need to throughout the video, but I'm at the point where I'm sitting back and I'm just like, I enjoyed this, and it left a smile on my face. That's the one thing. When I watch a video and I get to the end of it and it leaves a smile on my face, then I know that was a quality video for sure. So I applaud it, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I applaud it. What's good, Josh? How you feeling? He didn't say nothing about Kendrick clickbait. Girl, what are you talking about? Don't do that. Don't do that. You were not paying attention. Y'all were beefing in the chat. Y'all skipped over what he said about Kendrick. He said he wants to work with him. But he got to make sure that it was smooth. You can't rush it. Let's talk about it. No, since you said that, let's talk about it. Let's go ahead. Because I don't back down from a talking point. You understand me? Nas simply said he wants to work with Kendrick. He didn't say he doesn't want to or it's a maybe. He wants to work with him. But at the same time, it has to be smooth. By him saying it has to be smooth, it just means in the age that we are, where we need the authenticity, that originality, it has to be smooth in the sense of work ethic. We're not forcing it. We're not rushing it. We're not worried. We're not concerned. When we're in the booth, it's just as if it's butter. It's as if you take that hot knife and you slide it down a stick of butter. That's all it is. That's how smooth it needs to be for that exchange to happen. And at the same time, Nas worked with a lot. He worked with Favi. He's worked with who else? I think he worked with some UK brethrens for sure. Clips. He's worked with a lot of people recently. So after that, he did say, yo, give me a call. I'll give you a verse. It's not a problem. You know, he wants to put himself out there more. But when it comes to artists like Kendrick, where this artist already has his own talent and driving force, you gotta make sure that the meetup is authentic, the work period is authentic, and overall, it's an authentic experience that produced something that can shake up the hip-hop industry. Because that's his goal. Like, he always wants to put out something that will shake up the hip-hop industry for sure. That's literally what his career has been about, to shake it up. When it gets bland, shake it up. Look at what happened with King's Disease. I still say King's Disease 2 is the best King's Disease. King's Disease 1 was the foundation. Then he built upon the foundation. When you got to the third, you got to the top of what you can you got to the top of what you can do, you know? So yeah. You're damn right I'm a yapper. You make sure you hit that like button for real. Hey, it's what I do, but this was a really good interview. I really enjoyed this. Like I said, left a smile on my face. First of many videos for today, so let's keep going, man.